when it comes to being a father,
you are not.
Bro, I'm pretty sure that's my baby.
He's lying. I'm the father of that baby, boss. Boss, I'm that baby's daddy. Out of Pepe.
I ain't even gonna waste y'all time. Roll the clip.
New tonight, a bill proposed in the Tennessee state legislature could make it mandatory now for fathers out of wedlock to take a DNA test before signing a birth certificate.
Fox 13 government reporter Kayla Solomon joins us live. Kayla, this bill was discussed and passed in a House committee today. And you know, it goes back, there have been advocates who said it could solve a lot of problems if it were just the first thing that happens for all babies.
That's right, Merle. And this is also coming on the heels of another child support reform bill that was recently passed that says if fathers fall behind too much on child support, they can now lose custody of their children.
She just glanced over that statement, which to me is crazy. They also made a bill saying that if you fall behind on child support, a man could lose custody of his kids. And don't get me wrong, I believe if you have a kid with a woman, even if you don't like that woman, you should still take care of your kids. But if I lost my job or just couldn't afford to pay, I'm already risking going to jail. Now, you want to take custody of my kid as well?
Yes,
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Let's be honest, this bill would only affect the fathers that want to be in their kid's life, like me, but can't afford it because they're broke, like you.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
I'm fucking with y'all. You know I love y'all.
This nigga.
No homo. Think about it. Going to jail to me is a much bigger punishment than losing custody of a kid I don't care about. So hear me out, because I believe a woman plays a huge role in a child's life, but a father brings balance. Both mom and dad are equally important, and the statistics prove it.
71% of all high school dropouts come from fatherless homes. 71% of all pregnant teenagers, 85% of all children with behaviour disorders, 90% of all homeless and runaway children come from fatherless homes. 63% of youth suicides are from fatherless homes. 85% of all youth in prison come from fatherless homes.
But I don't believe women are 100% to blame for these numbers. I know the court system isn't fair, and women want you to fight a losing battle in court. But it's about the kid. So whatever time you get with your kid, just make sure you make it count, because it might determine if they go to jail or college. And I'm speaking from experience. There's more to being a father than just paying bills. Kids need guidance, leadership, discipline, and most importantly, love and attention. So when I see guys like Nick Cannon and Future just making kids knowing they won't be able to give them all of that, well, it's just sad. You see, the reality is life isn't fair. If a woman doesn't want a kid, she can abort it or give it up for adoption. But if I tell you I don't want that kid, oh well, I still gotta pay. But anyways, back to scheduled programming.
Now, I spoke to one Memphis representative who says this is specifically for couples who are not married.
This is a big deal. This is an issue that needs to be fixed.
State Representative Antonio Parkinson says the conception of this bill came from a haircut trip.
You know, I was in the barbershop and this young man stopped me and he said that he was in a long-term relationship. They had a child. They were living together at the time.
Parkinson says the man went on to say that after the kid turned 5, he found out his partner had an affair, and a DNA test later revealed the man was not the child's father after all.
When they went to court over the child support, he presented the DNA evidence. The magistrate, and this is in Shelby County Juvenile Court, the magistrate basically banged the gavel down and said, somebody's got to feed him, and it's going to be you until he ages out of child support.
I would have looked that judge dead in the eye and said, if you care so much about this kid, then you take care of it, bitch.
Parkinson says the man ended up having to pay up to 5 years in child support as a result, and also ended up losing his license, job, and going to jail temporarily. House Bill 2698 will make it so that if a prospective father wants to voluntarily sign a birth certificate, he has to provide DNA test results first. Parkinson says this doesn't only impact Memphis.
The rural district attorneys were looking for somebody to carry legislation to start reforming our child support system, because it's rural guys that are getting hit with these same laws, and it is hurting them.
Now, I reached out to the Department of Human Services for a response to this, and they did not immediately give me a response. Once we have that, of course, we'll update the story for you.
I've got the response. Hold on to your seats. Roll the clip.
The state has been turning a blind eye to this by allowing people to sign blindly without any proof of DNA association to this child, which is allowing people to be guilty, or in some cases, of paternity fraud, which is a crime.
However, the Tennessee Department of Human Services says if made into law, their department could be at risk of losing about $52 million in federally matched dollars.
I guess the concerns that we have is that the bill would possibly put us out of compliance with the federal regulations.
It's fucking money. You know what this country is about. It's about money. They don't really care about the citizens, just the green paper with dead hypocrites on the back of them. Sinful to pee. It's always about the money.
After speaking with attorneys from the U.S. Department of Human Services, Representative Parkinson says the bill would not affect the money the state receives.
It's only right and the moral thing to do, an ethical thing to do, to ensure that the right people's names that match their DNA is on that birth certificate. Anything other than that, you are stealing a child from a biological parent, and it's state sanctioned.
He said parents, but we all know you're stealing a child from a father, not a mother. And guess what? When it comes to the government's concerned about you being able to raise your legacy, I'm here to tell you right now.
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
The government doesn't care. I'm out.